If someone feels perfect within minutes, you're not lucky. You're being profiled. The faster someone understands you, the more dangerous they are. Because real connection takes time. But this is instant. They like what you like. They think how you think. They finish your sentences. It feels rare. It feels intense. It feels like you've finally been seen. But here's the part no one tells you. That feeling? It's not connection. It's construction. You're not meeting your soulmate. You're meeting a reflection, built from everything you've ever wanted. And the person behind it? They've been studying you since the moment you started talking. Watch closely. You mentioned something small, a belief, a memory, a wound. A few minutes later, they hand it back to you. Same words, same energy, same emotion. Now it feels deeper, stronger, almost destined. But ask yourself this: did they really understand you, or did they just copy you? Because when someone fits your life too perfectly, they're not your other half. They're your echo. And what you're experiencing right now has a name. It's not love, it's not fate, it's a psychological tactic. A precise one. And once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. You feel seen for the first time. You feel understood. You feel safe. You are actually in more danger than you have ever been. Let us look at the first mechanism of this capture. Syntactic mirroring. This is how they bypass your brain's natural stranger danger filters. Every human has a specific linguistic fingerprint. You have a certain vocabulary. You have a specific rhythm to your speech. You use certain metaphors. The master manipulator does not just listen to what you say. They map how you say it. Within minutes, they begin to adopt your syntax. They use your favorite adjectives. They mirror your sentence length. Your brain hears its own patterns coming from another mouth. It concludes that this person is part of your tribe. It lowers its guard. You think you have found someone who speaks your language. In reality, they have simply stolen your dictionary. It is a form of social camouflage that makes a predator look like a sibling. Many of you have felt that instant spark with a stranger. Looking back, was it a connection, or were you being reflected? Some call it destiny. I call it a script. Ask yourself why they liked everything you liked. Ask yourself why their life story seemed to rhyme with yours. The next layer of the trap is the echo of trauma. This is the manufacture of forced intimacy. In a natural relationship, trust is built over months. In advanced mirroring, it is bypassed in hours. The practitioner identifies your core wounds. They look for the pain you haven't healed. Then, they invent or exaggerate a similar pain in themselves. They reflect your trauma back at you. If you were abandoned, they were abandoned. If you were misunderstood, they were the ultimate outcast. This creates a powerful illusion of shared history. You feel an intense bond because you think they have walked your path. They haven't. They are just using your pain as a bridge to enter your mind. The goal is emotional enmeshment. They want to make it impossible for you to tell where you end and they begin. This leads to the tactic of pacing and leading. First, they pace you. They match your emotional frequency exactly. If you are excited, they are ecstatic. If you are tired, they are exhausted. They stay in total sync with your internal state for days or weeks. This builds a deep psychological tether. Once the tether is strong enough, they begin to lead. They subtly shift their emotional state, and because you are now subconsciously synced to them, you shift with them. They can move you from joy to anxiety just by changing their own breathing. They own the rhythm of your nervous system. You are no longer driving your own emotions. You are a passenger in a car they are driving. Before we go deeper, pause for a second. If this is already making you rethink your past connections, hit like. Because the more you understand this, the harder it becomes for anyone to manipulate you. And if you want to master human behavior, dark psychology, and psychological defense, subscribe to the Calculated Aim. One more thing. If you feel this video is exposing something real, something people need to see, use the hype feature on YouTube. Push it, because most people don't even realize this is happening to them. Now let's go deeper. Have you ever met someone who felt like a twin? Someone who seemed to agree with every dark thought you ever had? Is it possible you were just looking in a mirror? Consider the concept of value hijacking. This is where the practitioner eliminates all social friction. They do not have a stable personality of their own. They are a void. To fill that void, they claim your core beliefs as their own. If you value loyalty, they become the most loyal person you've ever met. If you value career ambition, they become your most intense professional cheerleader. They wear your values like a suit of armor. Because there is no conflict, you feel a sense of total peace. You think you have finally found someone who truly gets it. What you have actually found is a person who has deleted their own identity to host yours. This is not a relationship. It is a host-parasite dynamic wrapped in the language of romance. Let us discuss the neurochemistry of this process. It is a biological hijacking. When you are mirrored perfectly, your brain floods with dopamine and oxytocin. These are the chemicals of reward and bonding. The brain is programmed to seek out patterns that confirm its own reality. Being mirrored is the ultimate validation. It feels better than any drug. You become addicted to the reflection. You are not falling for the person. You are falling for the version of yourself they are projecting. This is why the crash is so devastating when the mirror finally breaks. When the manipulator stops mirroring, the chemical supply is cut off. You experience literal withdrawal. You will do anything to get that feeling of being understood back. You will compromise your boundaries. You will ignore red flags. You will lie to yourself. You are chasing a ghost that you created and they performed. Watch their eyes during a conversation. Look for the emotional delay. A master of narcissistic mirroring often waits 3 seconds before reacting to your mood. This is a subtle but terrifying tell. While you are expressing an emotion, they are not feeling it. They are analyzing it. They are calibrating their face to match yours. That 3-second gap is the time it takes for them to process the data and execute the performance. It looks like they are deeply moved. In reality, they were just waiting for their cue. They are perfectly in sync because they are observing you with clinical precision. They are not responding to you. They are simulating a response based on your output. It is the Turing test applied to human intimacy, and most people fail to notice the simulation until it is too late. Think about your current circle. Is there someone who never disagrees with you? Someone who seems to share every niche interest and every obscure trauma. Some call it a soulmate. I call it a red flag. If there is no friction, there is no person. True human connection requires 2 distinct identities, clashing and compromising. Mirroring is the absence of identity. It is a void masquerading as a match. If the person in front of you is too perfect, they are likely a projection. You are effectively talking to yourself in a different voice. This is the ultimate form of power. To own someone's reflection is to own their soul. They will defend you because they are defending themselves. They will love you because they are in love with the image of themselves you have provided. You need to know how to break the spell. You need a way to see past the social camouflage. The test is simple. I call it the abrupt pivot. If you suspect you are being mirrored, change your frequency without warning. Mid-conversation, take a hard stance on a topic that contradicts your previous patterns, or suddenly shift from a high-energy mood to a cold, detached one. Watch the mirror. A real person will be confused or will challenge you. They will have their own emotional inertia. A practitioner of advanced mirroring will pivot with you. They will change their opinion to match your new one within seconds. They will match your coldness immediately to maintain the sync. If they follow you into the pivot without any friction, you are being hunted. The mirror has no choice but to reflect. The person you think is your perfect match does not exist. They are a ghost. They are a script written by a predator who studied your needs before you even spoke. You have been falling in love with a mask. The most dangerous people in the world do not look like villains. They look exactly like you. They speak your words. They cry your tears. They dream your dreams. And while you are busy staring at the beautiful reflection they have created, they are busy dismantling everything that makes you who you are. The spark was not destiny. It was the friction of a match being lit to burn your house down. Now that you know how the mirror works, you have to decide. Will you keep staring at the reflection? Or will you have the courage to break the glass? Your identity is the only thing you truly own. Do not let someone steal it just because they knew how to echo your pain. The next time you feel that instant spark, step back. Change the frequency. See if the person stays, or if the mirror shatters. Would you like me to analyze the specific linguistic markers of syntactic mirroring so you can spot them in your text messages?